I think I could have made the foundation video a little better. I'm going to try it again. Not a complete duplicate, but there's just a whole other aspect of the foundation that's been really fun for me. So because it's an online course that I talked about in the last video that teaches you how to build a business by essentially just asking questions, getting the money up front to do the thing that you're going to do, and not building anything without already being paid for it, which is a very important thing to learn in business. In addition to teaching you all that, Dane and Andy, the people who teach it, just seemed cool. And so you know they say don't meet your heroes? I went and met Dane and Andy and they turned out to actually be great, so maybe you should go meet your heroes. They are fascinating people, and they were really encouraging when they met me. They're like 27, 28-ish age. I think Dane might be a little older than that. But they've both been just sort of like punching things out in their 20s and trying to do their best, and they ended up building this really cool business by the time they were in their late 20s that is doing like several million in revenue a year now and has 9 or 10 employees last time I checked. It might be a bigger team now. They've since actually handed off the foundation to Lauren, who they originally hired as an intern and now is the CEO of the company. And Dane has gone on to make music professionally full-time, and Andy lives in Boulder with Libby, his girlfriend, and they're super cool. And they've just turned into like mentors / friends for me, and they're great. They're really, really cool. So my encouragement to you there, I'll tell you a little bit about the process of how I met them instead of just encouraging you to reach out to people. I wanted to meet Andy because I heard he lived in Colorado, and of course I'd watched a ton of videos of him teaching me stuff. And I was like, well, we both live in Colorado, you seem super cool, I benefited a ton from your course and I'd love to meet you, have coffee, ask some questions, get lunch, hang out, go on a hike, whatever. Any Colorado-y thing. He was like, cool, get back to me in a month. And so I followed up with him in a month, and then he was like, you know what, actually instead of lunch, let's do like get together for all the foundation people in Colorado, which turned out to be way cooler than lunch with just one person. That's a great idea, and I kind of want to use it at some point. It's a really good idea to just get a huge group of people together to mentor and inspire each other and talk about their shared work. I met a ton of great people at that event. Bill Flagg is the one who stands out most. He's like a business consultant who's super cool and has a blog that I've read ever since I met him. And he helps businesses grow from like 1 million in revenue to 10 million in revenue, which is a whole nother class of business growth than just starting a business. But anyway, got to meet and hang out and party with Andy that night, and then have seen him in Boulder several times since. Actually, the week immediately after that, he invited me to a conference that he was speaking at, where the CEO of Whole Foods was there, and the CEO of Zappos, and the CEO of several other companies, and a bunch of higher-ups in HP, and a ton of just cool people in the world were there. And I had no clue what I was doing. It was my first conference that I'd ever been to, and I was surrounded by billionaires in an invite-only group of 400 people, and it was just completely nuts. And I was like, well, I suppose that breaks all my bubbles about, imagined realities and what people who are super successful are like. They're just, like you and me, except they are super successful, and there are a few things they do differently and a few different distinctions they have and ways they think about the world, and those are easy to copy. I can do those things. And that changed everything for me. It was really, really fun. I mean, things had been in the process of changing for a while. I've been really passionate about entrepreneurship since I was 19, but I feel like this was very much like the moment when things felt like they finally started breaking, and I started making progress. And I owe that very much to Andy and Dane for being super supportive, not just in their course and in the things they taught me, and my parents, who both ended up taking the foundation and loving it, as far as I know. But also just meeting them and them being supportive and cool as people. And now both of them have met me and Ansley and Mom and Dad, and we've met their significant others, and we're all just friends, and it's a cool situation. So really happy and thankful for that. It's a cool thing to have happened to someone who was just 21 at the time, and it's meant a lot to me, and it's helped me grow by leaps and bounds in the last couple of years, and hopefully will continue to. So I wanted to make sure to approach that side of the foundation as well, because it's been so incredibly important to me as well, but it just has so little to do with, I think, the reason to get the online course and learn from it. So 2 separate concepts, 2 separate videos. I hope you liked this one. It's a little bit more of a personal story. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.